The ANZ closes 10 branches. Let's have a look. Good morning, everyone. Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I've got my morning stein of coffee, and I thought we'd have a look at this article from the Daily Mail, shared to me by a viewer, about ANZ Bank closing 10 branches. Now, before we go through this article, let's just jump over and have a look at the share price. And, well, the latest moment, it was at $18.29 Australian. If we jump back to 6 months, you can see how, as like all the banks, it took a bit of a hit on, well, from February at $27, bottomed out at $14.10, and is slowly climbing up. It peaked, and now it's just trading sideways at the moment. How will the market respond to this? Well, notice that 10 branches have been suddenly closed. Suddenly closed, because our banking needs have all changed. We'll have to see, everyone. What do you think? Do you think it'll respond positively? Has it been priced in to the share price? So ANZ suddenly closes 10 branches after foot traffic plummets thanks to the pandemic. So they're happy for it. I mean, it's a reduced cost. Foot traffic would plummet. It would. More and more people are going to, well, move away from cash. And, I mean, the banks would love that. They would love us to not use cash. Aside from all of the arguments and concerns with negative interest rates, you know, the issue with regards to tracking money, you know, keeping us all in the system. Let's just put that to one side. We're all aware of that. Really simply, it'll save them money, guys. It's going to save them money. They won't need all their shops. They won't need the expensive fit-outs, and the banks spend a lot of money on those fit-outs. They're not cheap. They won't need, well, it'll reduce the need to service all of these banks with armored trucks and guards taking around cash. It all reduces cost. You know, that's fundamentally why I think the banks love the idea of us going paperless or cashless significantly. You know, why they push Apple Pay, why they push, you know, tap and go, why they're pushing all of these things. You know, why they have their own part payments, anything to just get into their ecosystem. Get into their ecosystem, and they'll steadily reduce their costs. I mean, you know, think about it. They're not paying much for the money they have to lend out, are they? No. So I'd imagine wages and their building cost and maintenance costs would be two of the highest things that they have to take account of. So any opportunity to shut branches is going to happen. And the issue is this is going to affect older people more than younger people. I mean, I will be quite honest, I rarely actually use an ATM these days. When I go to the bank, I will intentionally, I'll go up to the branch and I'll, at the counter, and take the money out. Take the money out. And they're saying, oh, you know, you can use the ATM. And I go, yeah, but I kind of like to talk to someone when I'm going here to take money out, get to know, you know, have a bit of social contact. I know we're not meant to do that these days. We're all meant to not even talk to each other. And, you know, why would anyone? I must be really weird wanting to actually talk to someone when I go to a shop, have a friendly chat. I'm just getting old, guys. I'm getting old. So, the ANZ Bank permanently closed 10 of its branches out of the blue on Friday night. So this has just happened. This has just happened. So the market hasn't been open yet. So we'll have to watch it this morning, everyone. I mean, there we go. There we go. There's a little jump, but this doesn't really show pre-market trading. We'll have to watch it to see how it responds this morning. The bank says most staff will now work in call centers and online customer care. A spokeswoman for the said the pandemic is the final blow for the branches. She said foot traffic was decreasing, but the pandemic accelerated the change. So I'm going to have a stein of coffee to their branch. Well, there you go. I mean, they were probably already on the way out. The affected branches in Western Australia have been temporarily closed for the past few months before their fate was sealed on Friday night. The St George Terrace, Hay Street, Northbridge, South Perth, Turt Hill, West Perth, Kingsway, Warnbro, East Vic Park and Willerton branches are all now closed. An ANZ spokesman said they expect to retain most bank staff and plan to move them to call centers and online customer care positions due to an increased demand for remote banking operations from customers. So there you go. I mean, you could even do that from home, couldn't you? You could work from a bank call center from home, I imagine. And I honestly, I think there would be a lot of advantages for people doing that. Just have a separate room like I have here. Try and keep the kids out. Although, frankly, I think most people would be quite forgiving if you're hearing children. Some people would probably actually be encouraged that they're dealing with someone in Australia with regards to call centers. What do you think, guys? Would you mind if you were ringing up your bank and there was a kid playing in the background? I wouldn't care at all. And you can see here, I mean, look at the asset here that they've got. Look at the asset that they've got. You'd hate to be the landlord, wouldn't you? One of these, getting one of the banks in, because you're thinking, oh yeah, they'll be great. They'll be sitting there nice and boring, a good solid tenant for the foreseeable future. Wonder if the bank owns it or if it's a third party. Permanently closed. The bank does expect to lose some jobs during the transition from physical banking to online and telephone options, but the exact number is not yet known. Well, yeah, of course, there's definitely going to be some job losses, guys. We've needed to redeploy staff from some branches to where our customers need them most, the spokesman told the West Australian. While branch use has been declining for some time, the current environment has accelerated that change. WA previously had 59 branches, but now has just 48 due to the closures, a total loss of 19%. So that's a large number of branch hits. That's a big number. I mean, how often do you go to the bank, guys? Do you just go there to get out a big wad of cash, to take it to the silver brokers and the gold brokers? I still remember the look on my branch manager's face when I asked him, can I buy gold here? And he looked at you, how old are you? It's not clear if ANZ branches in other states will also be closed due to the pandemic. Daily Mail Australia has contacted the ANZ for comment. I guarantee you. I mean, the banks are going to use this as an opportunity to reduce their costs. And they probably have to, because the banks are going to have a lot of risky loans on their books now. How many of these banks, all of them, have extended until March? How many of them have put huge amounts aside to account for losses due to these bad loans? Earlier on Friday, ANZ CEO Shane Elliott said there was a possibility of relief for credit card interest rates for struggling customers amid the pandemic. I mean, that's the insane thing, just how high credit card rates are. That's a whole other world. That's why you need to get off those, guys. They're not worth it for the stuff you buy. There's no way credit card debt is good debt. There's no way it's good debt. How often do people buy something that's a long-term investment on credit card? Sure, you may use it as a vehicle to get into like an online broker or something, but even then, the best we can do as a bank is keep people in their current home and keep people in their current businesses, he told 6PR. So for us to stop taking money out of your pockets is the best thing we can do, and this is exactly what the banks in Australia have signed up to do. Struggling customers should contact their bank as soon as they need help. Well, the banks are going to know if you're struggling. They're going to know. And here's the permanent closures that they have. So, I mean, I can't say I'm a particularly a fan of Shane Elliott, just considering some of the discriminatory policies inside ANZ and just some of the social justice attitude he's put forward with regards to other CEOs and their organizations. I'll link to that video up here. I'll put it here at 9 minutes and 4 seconds. And have a look at that. It's CEOs Against Men. And it just shows you their some of his attitudes as well. But here we have it, everyone. 10 branches closed at ANZ over in Western Australia. Reduced foot traffic. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the price will the market respond positively to it? Will it respond positively to it? Is it enough to make a difference? Do you think it'll be a significant saving, or will it just continue to trade sideways? We'll have to watch the market today and have a look. Let me know if you're a fan of ANZ. Would this be enough to push you to consider going somewhere else, or do you not even use branches? As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. Simply interacting with the channel. You just commenting, liking, sharing the videos is a great way to help the channel grow and lets the YouTube algorithm know that you're enjoying the content. You can support us financially via joining the channel on YouTube or Patreon, using any of our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve or Kucoin, buying our merch from HeiseSays, using Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or supporting us via PayPal. Take care everyone, I'll see you next time.